TATN, TATN, mouthpiece included.
TATN, TATN, TATN,
Better got your grill.
TATN, TATN,
TATN, mouthpiece included. TATN, 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 better got your grill. TATN, 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 mouthpiece included. TATN, 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 better got your grill. TATN, TATN, TATN. Pull up, y'all. The link's pinned in the chat. The link is pinned in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another live edition of Mouthpiece Included, the only pod where we're breaking down Spolitricks. That's spots, polytricks, and everything in between, located in the superposition, collapsible superposition. Okay? Pun, conscious observation. Today we're diving into the thick of it. Okay, we're getting into the thick of things with the bold, layered episode that's got something for everyone. From Hollywood headlines to hardwood heroics. We're going to be unpacking. Mouthpiece included. TATN. Love this song. My bad, y'all. We're going to be unpacking the culture-shifting moments that are turning heads across the country. Citizenship, birthright citizenship. Kicking things off, we tackle the swirling allegations surrounding Tyler Perry, aka Madea, a conversation that sparked debate across social media and beyond. We'll break down what's being said, the reactions rippling through Hollywood, and what this could mean for one of entertainment's most influential moguls. Will the feds move in and hit him with a Puerto Rico charge? As always, we approach this topic with context, curiosity, and a commitment to thoughtful discussion. Also, former Bears head coach Matty Eberfluss recently addresses the controversy surrounding Caleb Haltertop, the autosexual Williams, our quarterback. His film study habits during his rookie season in response to claims highlighted in Seth Wickersham's, we don't know what's in his heart, Seth Wickersham's book, American Kings Out There, that Williams was left to study film without guidance. We're going to discuss how Eberfluss pushed back. Over on the field, Browns fans are buzzing out there, as Sheduer Sanders could soon be officially named the starting quarterback. With the weight of expectations, spotlight sharper than ever, what does this mean for his dad, Prime's legacy, and the upcoming season? We're digging into the dynamics, the pressure, the hype that comes when talent meets legacy. And of course, we've got to talk NBA Finals, which personally, I didn't watch 1 second of it. Okay? The intensity, the clutch moments, and the stories within the storylines. It's been a series to remember, I suppose. We'll also hit a quick fire round of hot topics from polytricks to pop culture, because in this house, we don't miss one beat. Strap in. It's going to be a compelling ride. Panel's open. That link is pinned in the chat. All you got to do is, click on that. You can pop out and excrete your excrement. But if you do pull up, don't forget to bring your mouthpiece out there. So stand down, stand by, stand back, or pull up, okay? But if you do pull up, do not forget to bring your mouthpiece. Don't forget to bring your towel. Do me a big favor, smash that like button, drop a comment. It helps the algorithm. We appreciate everything that you cats can do. Post it on your Facebook, I don't know, groups or whatever. I'm not on any of that. But repost it, please. We got to get this message out here. This is a message from the culture for the culture. Okay. The views expressed in today's pod are those of the host. Anybody with the gonads to pull up and are not necessarily reflective of TATN or any affiliates. So grab your mouthpiece and let's get started. The affiliates, Midwest Festivals, presents Ancestral Echoes. And when it went up, okay, it went up. We'll be breaking that down on the Self Love Show on Tuesday. And then also big ups to Milz Aesthetics. You find yourself in sunny Southern California. Look at that caramel bronze complexion. You know, and you might need some multicultural skin, body, and weight loss information. Pop out. Okay, I'm going to put that link in the chat, www.taymillsaesthetics.com. Big ups. We got Bella B Designs. Might happen to need some swag. You know, maybe somebody's graduating, maybe having a trunk party, you know what I mean? You can get t-shirts made and everything, sweatshirts, very good work. That's designs365@gmail.com. We'll have Karen put that in the chat as well. Last, certainly not least, gym recovery. Okay, you find yourself in the greater Chicagoland area, and you might need a tow, tire change, somebody to pull up and bring you some gasoline, some petrol. You know, you're out there in front of that corner store. You popped out to get you some Black and Milds and some sweet happy cakes, 50-cent cakes. You know what I mean? And that thing won't fire up. Maybe you're inebriated and you shouldn't have been drinking. Probably should have called it, a ride share. This guy has a program. He'll pull up. He'll get you home and your whip. That way you're not worried about any smash and grab, anybody rummaging through your personal effects. We're not going to talk about the Venezuelans because they're stealing people's identifications out here. All right. Enough of this. Let's go ahead. Get the co-host in the building. Perennial Father of the Year nominee. Look at that. It must be hot. It must be hot in the rack up. You darker than me, bro. What's going on?
Oh man, yeah, I'm on the baseball field every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, man. Out here getting caramel coated, chocolate collected out here in the fields, watching the kids play baseball, being an Uber driver to my son all over the damn Midwest, all these damn tournaments. I'm loving it though, but yeah. One day I'll sit out there and tan, and the rest of the days I'm covered up, my hats, tops, pants, umbrellas, whatever, shade I can get in. But it's been hot, man. It's been a hot tournament season. The average temperature, I'd say, has been 92 every damn day at all of these tournaments in Iowa and Rantoul and wherever the hell else and Joliet. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they're giving the water away to the fans and everything, right?
They don't give away anything. You gotta pay to see your damn kids play. You gotta pay to drink water. You gotta pay. I mean, you're basically paying to use the bathroom because you gotta pay to get into all these tournaments and get a weekend pass because they know you're gonna come to every damn game. And so to use the bathroom, you gotta pay. So yeah, there's nothing free.
You definitely got to pay. And big ups to you and also the wife. We don't give credit. You know what I mean? Because I know the wife's right there. Your crown is right there by your side.
Not this weekend. She took a trip to damn Orlando.
Oh, okay. I mean, at many of the events.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah. All right. We got Drop Dead Gorgeous, Justin Turner here.
Yeah.
Okay. The Cubs broadcast, they named him Fan of the Year, but some reason I couldn't find a picture online of what he did, and so all right, we beat the Pirates 3-2, right? All right, they panned down to show Turner at the bottom of the steps. He pointed then put both hands in the air and started to jump up and down.
He's feeling happy.
Yeah, he's happy. This is when it became clear that he had a pair of fake testicles. Can we say testicles on YouTube there, fella?
I don't know if you can say testicles, testes, or
Yeah.
balls.
Fake testicles right there in front of,
Two fake baseballs. Let's say that.
Yeah, let's say that. Right there in
Right.
front of right there in front of Ya's children and also the parents' children's out there. He
Okay.
had them dangling and hanging from his belt. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the Cubs broadcast went silent for a couple of at-bats because they couldn't stop laughing.
Our fan of the game brought to you by Mike's Hard Lemonade for the love of lemonade, and it's you, Justin Turner. You are our
There it is. Look what he did.
Oh my gosh. He was a fan of the game for having fake baseballs jangling from his wait a minute. Fake baseballs jangling from his MLB attire. Okay.
Yeah, fan of the game. Is the league looking into this? You heard anything about any fines or suspensions?
He's dropped dead gorgeous. I hadn't heard anything about it. And if he had been some sort of copper-coated, baseball player, I think there would have been more of an outrage and a abhorrent just rage about him demeaning the game of baseball in such a way,
sullying the game, the prestigious game. I mean, imagine if to your point, I'm talking to all the copper-colored players out there. You guys should all come out there with gonads on your belt, and just keep doing it every game until Major League Baseball says something. He should be banned from the be banned from the Hall of Fame.
Fine, and 50-game ban. They come out with something right away. I mean, I think the Major League Justice would be swift and extreme if any of the copper-coated players came out and did such a thing on a Major League Baseball telecast.
Yeah, and it's all about how the media reacts to it too, right? They can laugh, ho, 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 ho. And if it's someone else, it's I can't believe. If that was some Puerto Rican or somebody from Cuba, it'd have been an issue.
Yeah, but he's dropped dead gorgeous, so it's probably deemed like a frat boy stunt, or you know what I'm saying. He's just joshing, so it's quite okay that he can stand out there with his fake baseballs and bounce them up and down in front of the camera, and everybody takes it as a joke.
Bro, I don't even think I could have done that in the Noop house. I hadn't thought of it. You know what I mean? There's a party and you're just sitting there dangling. Yeah, it'd call 12 on me.
Somebody, especially nowadays, with all the television coverage and media. I should call Rabinowitz and Horenstein now and tell them how appalled and I can't watch, traumatized I am by seeing this Major League broadcasting this guy dangling his fake baseballs in front of him.
Yeah, and the kids were right there watching it.
Yeah, they were right there
with
we're watching baseball, trying to get some pointers from the major leaguers, and watch how they play the game. The next thing you know, I see some fake baseballs dangling in front of my whole family's face. I'm traumatized.
Yeah, how do you tell the little leaguers, any coach out there, any manager out there, you know what I mean? Don't dangle your fake gonads, and you know what I mean, in the dugout while we're trying to play a serious baseball here.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
It's okay in MLB. Definitely on the north side of Chicago.
We got Angel Reese Cup, and as we said on our last show, it'll be a time to find 100 men to invest in a WNBA team because it's going up. Your Sky sold out the United Center, even though Caitlin dropped dead gorgeous. Caitlin Clark was hurt. But they still sold it out.
Yeah.
Now, Angel Reese was recently asked which NBA legend her game most closely resembles. She chose the GOAT without hesitation. Smart from the standpoint of she knows where she is. Right. But she said, I modeled my game after him as a kid. I used to mimic everything he did on the court. TATN said most beautiful people are delusional. OG 2023. The comments. No way she said that from Douglas Casey. American Super Dad said, yeah. And CM Punk modeled his MMA style after GSP. I don't know what that means. And then John Rambo said she's referring to his time in baseball. We got Militant Returns, LMAO, which Jordan. It sure ain't Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And then lastly, a blind person in a wheelchair could mimic MJ better than she.
Oh my goodness.
There's not one positive, there's not one thing of agreement. Okay, all right. What's your take on this here, fella? You watched a lot of Jordan's games, and I'm sure you've seen her play.
Well, she's a Chicago professional basketball player. Now, whether her mimicking of Michael Jeffrey Jordan transferred it into her gameplay on the court is two different things. So there's something she can say from a marketing political standpoint versus what her game actually looks like because they play different positions. So shout out to Angel Reese for loving Chicago basketball.
Her shot looks nothing like Jordan. She now, as she said, I approach, the intensity to fire. I can see that. But come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Are you serious?
I mean, that's just what she said. I mean, come on. You're going to vilify her for.
I'm going to vilify her. Had Juju Watkins said it, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I can see that. She got that wiggle. You know what I mean?
As a Ute.
Yeah, I'm going to vilify.
As a Ute, she might have had that Michael Jeffrey Jordan swagger. It got her into college. And then, as she got older and stronger and bigger and taller, the game transferred on to being a 4 or a 5 in college and in the NBA. So it doesn't mirror Michael Jeffrey Jordan's game as much anymore. And you got to take a look at the damn number 1 draft pick. The damn Bears just went and drafted, and they asked him the question about Michael Jeffrey Jordan and LeBron James. He had no answer. So at least she came up with a damn answer.
Well, he said they're both great players.
Yeah, that's not an answer.
Yeah, he was dumb for that. And I'd be willing to say he's dumb for that. It was the same thing like when Rest His Soul Kobe was talking about he patterned everything off Scottie Pippen. Wait a minute, bro. You walk, you talk, you do your mouth and everything in the interviews like Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You stole the fatal everything. That you patterned everything off Scottie Pippen.
Well, I think he was just being facetious when he made that comment.
All right. Doesn't make it right, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It doesn't make it right.
I guess.
So you got we'll get you some data. We like receipts here. So you got Drop Dead Gorgeous, smart, worked harder than everybody in the history of the NFL. We're not talking about Walter Payton.
Tom Brady.
Yes, Tommy, terrific.
Tom, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, baby.
Look at him there with his I don't know what you call these shades here, but look at him. All right. You're witnessing the greatest ever, and I hope you guys all appreciate that. That was his comment towards LeBron James. Before I throw it to you, I think this is, I'm not saying they're on steroids, because they both played to their like 100. But I think this is, how they cover up and keep you talking about everything. Then are these guys juicing?
Yeah. Well, I think he's got, some kind of business venture or something going on with the brand. So that's probably why he would weigh in on his play as a basketball player. And they had the same deer antler spray they're using for longevity. I mean, he's transferred his longevity into a media contract worth over $300 million. And I believe LeBron is going to do the same at the end of his basketball playing career. So, they do have something in common. They're 40-year-old elite athletes at the top of their games, allegedly in their sports. So Who would you pay homage to? The person that's more like you, uh, deer antler spray wise and play wise at the age of 40 plus, or
Douche wise.
yeah, or are you gonna give him the finger and go back to an era that was before yours and a Michael Jeffrey Jordan?
You think maybe LeBron had that as a clause in that contract for their business they're doing? Like, you got to come out there and tell the world I'm the GOAT. Like, why do I care what Tom Brady says about basketball?
Yeah,
He's never laced them up.
yeah, they probably just something to talk about. Man, if I ever get the opportunity, I'm gonna tell the world how great you are. I'm gonna give you your flowers, and especially his platform now with the media being able to say whatever the hell he wants to say for Fox Sports and appear at all these. Now, I could have swore that Tom Brady was rich. I mean, why the hell is he at all these damn autograph signings and all over the damn place? When you think that somebody who just signed a $350 million media contract after making so much money playing football would spend some time trying to find a way to relax and chill and enjoy life. But maybe he's doing
Yeah.
that. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he's on the MEP, you know.
He can't sit down, can't stop
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, he's got to, got to get that money on that MEP. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know what's in Tom Brady's heart, but I just
Yeah,
found
we
that as
know.
extremely weird.
We know it's inside. Yeah.
Tom Brady, I'm talking to you personally. Take a big cup of STFU and sip it slow.
Yeah, well, I don't think he does anything slow, except for take the deer antler spray and lay in the oxygen chamber and shoot up whatever he's shooting in his ass. Can you say ass on YouTube?
You can
Shooting
say
up
it.
in his shooting up in his ass and his cheeks and his hair to change the color. I mean, whatever the hell he's doing.
Now we know the Lakers were just sold for $10 billion.
Wow.
Now LeBron came out and
Mm.
said that if this new ownership, who obviously spins, they own the Dodgers, and the Dodgers, all they do is win, right?
Yeah.
All they do is win, no
No
matter
matter
what,
what,
right? He had the tenacity to come out there. We're talking about LeBron
go
and
Lance.
say, yeah, smell the fart, yeah, and I'm gonna retire, and I'm gonna threaten retirement if they're not committed to winning chips right after signing I think a $50 million extension, bro.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Good riddance.
right after this, let's play this video first, and then I'll get your response to this. So
Good riddance.
does he care about chips or not?
Is a team
Of course he does.
accomplishment. I don't know where it started. It's just it's a long conversation, especially when it comes to
Take that back, Karen.
a ring is a team accomplishment. I don't know where it started. It's just it's a long conversation, especially when it comes to me individually. I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport. You tell me, Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and Steve Nash, our wasn't unbelievable. Like, oh, they can't be talked about or discussed with these guys is because this guy won one ring or won two rings or won it's just weird to me. It's like saying Peyton Manning can't be in the same room with Brady or Mahomes because he only has one ring.
His pocket pick.
All right.
So there's two.
He does have two. And all right, and the reason those other guys he named don't have rings is because that's when Michael Jordan and then Kobe were doing their thing, collecting rings.
Yeah. Yeah, on the team that drafted him.
Yeah. So what's your take? $10 billion sale. You got LeBron on the one hand saying threatening retirement if they're not going for rings, and then he's coming out here talking about rings don't matter, and when it comes to me, it's not when it comes to you. People were counting rings before you even got to the league, dumbass.
Yeah. LeBron can retire if he wants to. He can take little Bronny with him, and we can start rebuilding the team as of right now. I don't see him being able to play. How long? He had to sign a 2-year or 3-year extension. You got to be nuts to sign that guy for more than 30 days at a time. on your roster because he's not going to make it through an entire season, and you can't build your playoff hopes around a 47-year-old basketball player taking deer antler spray. So, who gives a damn what LeBron James says?
And I think you can build your hopes around them, but you can't pay them that max money.
No, shit, they paid it, didn't they?
Yeah, man. If you go past the house that Kobe built, crypto,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they filling it up every night, and all these foreigners are buying. Well, I don't know if they're foreigners. I don't know if they're birthright citizenship. I don't know if they're here on a visa. I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. They're all here and from all over the world. I'm not just talking about south of the border, and they got these jerseys on and shit.
They're there to see Luka.
Yeah, and Otani. You know, yeah.
Give a damn about no damn LeBron James. They know he's not going to win again. There's not going to be another bubble.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the bubble.
All right. He values that was his last ring.
Oh yeah.
The bubble championship. Him and Dwight Howard and what other bums they had on that team.
Does he care about rings or not? This guy's weird.
Well, I think his interest in rings has waned since his GOAT talk has come down to rings. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, 6 for 6, 6 rings.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron, 4 for 27, 4 rings. So if that is the measuring stick for the GOAT status, he can't compare. And so rings aren't important. It's a team concept.
Bro, so, I've been seeing on the internet.
Just go find you another team.
They're trying to say LeBron's championships are more valued than Jordan's because he wasn't favored to win all those chips. And I say, well, but bro,
it was Jordan.
That's what I'm on the internet saying, and people were pushing back. I'm like, I don't think we were favored against those Lakers. I'm not sure. They were talking about the Lakers had veterans, and then Utah when they had won all those games, bro. I don't think
absolutely not, especially the last one.
Correct.
I mean, the jacket I bought had it was for 5 championships. I was like, I wasn't even sure about the 6th one. So there's no way we were favored to beat Utah for the 6th ring.
I don't remember us being favored. Now, when we were 72-10,
Yeah. But those first maybe
we had never won a chip before. Who's gonna
probably the first chip and the last one? I don't think they were favored in those series.
Right. And I think there could have been debate on the other ones. Like we weren't going away favorites in those series, bro.
Yeah.
Utah had home court. They were, you know what I mean? You can't beat them at home and blah, blah, blah.
Portland was a dumb team and they showed it. Seattle was, they probably thought they were more athletic than the Bulls. And, they weren't. And then you had
Pippen called Portland a dumb team before the series.
No, they were a dumb team. They should have won.
Pippen went in their locker room and wrote that shit on their bulletin board. You guys are dumb.
They proved it. So, I mean, come on.
Yeah, and they had a dumb coach, too.
Yeah.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan, bro. We got Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Big ups to him. He doesn't brag about his charitables. Yeah. John just made history as the first person to own 4 completely free healthcare clinics. I'm calling it Jordan Care. In Charlotte, North Carolina. Patients get completely free healthcare without any insurance. Okay. And there's Jordan there, cutting the tape.
Cutting the ribbon. His mom, Dolores Jordan. Get back, Michael.
Kirk Taylor. Now that's the definition of giving back to the community. Sure, it would be nice if the media picked this to focus on instead of all the negativity out there. We need more of this. Now other billionaires should follow suit, and these clinics should pop up in poor areas. MJ doing the government's job, not just Charlotte. He opened 2 here in Washington also. I just had an appointment yesterday. They take any and all insurance, but like the Post said, if you don't have any health insurance, they will still see you. MJ is the GOAT for this. What's your take on this? Because they like to say Jordan doesn't do enough and he doesn't give back.
Well, I heard about his clinics in North Carolina years ago, and I was amazed at the lack of coverage of him opening these clinics and have the service for those without insurance and uh, for healthcare. And everybody wanted to talk about his gambling and
And
carousing
him
women.
slapping Steve Kerr, the
Yeah,
CIA son.
yeah, slapping Steve Kerr and putting the reins down as the captain of the team in practice. Which, if you laced them up anywhere doing any damn thing, for a championship team, the captain is going to be running the squad, and it's you know the the fact that his former teammates, as well as the media, is trying to spin this off as a reason for him not being the GOAT all these years later is just disheartening to see. Everybody wants to spend a billionaire's money or somebody with a lot of money, pocket watch, and the fact that he's going to his home state and open up 4 clinics and not sought any notoriety and provide health care for people that don't have it, don't need it, or are underinsured, which a lot of people are, is amazing. And shout out to Michael Jeffrey Jordan for that.
Yeah, big ups, because that's a expensive, hefty endeavor,
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to him, man. He doesn't get enough credit for that. Walter Payton gets credit though. Big ups to Walter Payton. And Payton never was bragging about the things he was doing for the community,
No.
and Payton would show up in the copper-colored neighborhood. See,
Yeah.
Do you hear me? Halter Top, the autosexual. That's our
Yeah.
quarterback. You guys paints his
Yeah.
fingernails.
He's gonna say he's not from here, so he doesn't know where the copper-colored neighborhoods are at. Somebody's got to bring him.
Yeah, yeah. All right, and they be forbidden to go in those neighborhoods. They scare the shit out of them. And if you think you're pink, you think you don't belong there. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, here we go. Here, bed rest. The Bulls moved off bed rest.
Pocket pick by Tyus. Tyus got his shot blocked.
3 of 3 from three-point territory. He's got 13 points. Here's ball.
Nice pass to Milz.
And one thing about Lonzo's eyes are always up.
Oh, Vucevic got a little piece there of Şengün. The outlet feed for Levine. What a catch! And the score! And a foul!
I tell you, Matthews just got mossed.
This is a quarterback pass by Ball.
Look at that two-hand chest pass right there. Perfect.
Yeah.
Boom.
Look at me and empty.
In traffic. Time to shoot.
Ball for 3.
No, this shooting is horrible
That was me at empty.
after Zach LaVine left.
Look at this. Watch this. This was me at empty. Watch him look around and get his shot open. When you pass a lot, see, they don't think you're going to shoot it. That was my approach to the game.
Yeah, I never thought you would shoot.
Directing traffic.
Watch. He's going to look around,
Yeah.
Ball for 3.
and then he stole on him with that 3. All right, but we moved off Ball for this Isaac Okoro. Who's Isaac Okoro, and what's your thoughts on us moving off Lonzo Ball? He's a number 2 pick overall. They felt.
Yeah, good riddance. He's damaged goods. Well, I told you years ago, once he got healthy enough, and we can trade him out of here, I put him on the first damn thing smoking, and they were able to re-sign his son, bitch, who was damaged goods, and get some value out of him for a younger player that'll probably put up the same type of numbers. Might not have the same je ne sais quoi as a Lonzo Ball, but I think it's a good move for the Bulls, financial wise, and heading toward the youth movement that they're obviously going towards.
Why wouldn't they trade this SOB during playoff time when he had value? Why do we just do dumb stuff, bro. They
Yeah, I
said a
mean,
lot of teams were reaching out to the Bulls, offering
yeah,
all types of stuff for this guy for the playoff run, and then we
right.
trade him at the worst possible moment.
Yeah, because they're idiots. What else you need to know?
I mean, it
Yeah,
makes no sense.
if they had offers for him last year, they should have got rid of him last year. But as soon as he got healthy enough, yeah, definitely the move I would have made. Anybody interested in him, I'd have put him on the first thing smoking.
Do you who is this guy? Isaac Osoro averaged 2.6 points per game in the first quarter this season.
Yeah.
Let's get stats. Like, who the fuck is he?
What's the new term? 3D and 3 and D guy. Yeah,
Okay, is that what he is?
yeah. Yeah, he's going to give you a little bit more defense than Alonzo Ball. I don't know if his basketball IQ is as high as an Alonzo Ball, but
Is he bronze colored? Is he from the shithole? Who is this?
no,
Let's go images.
He's copper coated.
We'll go images.
Yeah,
I can't find anything on this guy.
he's from the damn Cleveland Cavaliers. They don't have cameras in Cleveland. It's a shithole state.
All right. All right. So Ball's gone, and we don't want to spend any more time on that.
Yeah.
Now you seem to be. Go ahead.
They're rebuilding. Vooch is going to be next. They're going to trade him for a bag of magic beans. They should have traded him before the damn draft. This French guy that they got in the draft, I don't know. I might be moving ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just going to get there.
The French guy that they got in the draft, I think I would have preferred the McQueen kid out of Baltimore from the US of A versus this 6'10", 198-pound beanpole project that we picked up from France with the little.
Is he a copper colored French kid like Wemby P?
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's tall. He's rangy. He was playing pro basketball over in France, and he left his team predetermined that he was going to leave his team while they were playing in the championships to go to the NBA draft. But they said the championships were moved back, so they should have been done already, but the time of the games were moved back, so that's why he was allowed, or he agreed with the team to leave during the NBA draft, even though they're in the damn playoffs. We'll see. I mean, Matas Bazzelli came in last year. Everybody was low on him because he was a tall, skinny kid, rangy kid, and it took him half a year to try to get the NBA shape and wind and to compete out there. So maybe by the middle of next year, this 18-year-old kid will be ready to play some significant minutes for the Bulls. But it's all a project. We'll see what they can do in 2-3 years.
And we auctioned off our second round pick too, right?
Yeah, for some cash considerations and a lower round pick. Another guy from a shithole country.
So we're no longer retooling; we're rebuilding.
Oh, absolutely.
Have they fired the decision makers?
No. Reinsdorf is in the
Joe Biden stage of his.
Well, he's definitely in the salary removal stage of his tenure as Bulls owner.
Maybe they're setting up to sell the team. Want to put it in a
financially advantageous set point. There's a guy trying to buy the White Sox, but he said Reinsdorf wants to hold on to him for a few more years. They're allowing him to acquire more shares of the team. Billion. I mean, why would he? If he's a billionaire, why the hell would he give a damn about Reinsdorf holding on to the team for 4 more years. Are you gonna sell me the team or not, you son of a bitch? They're not winning, and you know, you uh, why do you want to hold on to the team? You're not going to win a World Series again before you croak, or if that's what you think. So yeah, I don't know what's going on over there in the Reinsdorf's household. Maybe he is in the Biden stage, and his son doesn't know how to tell his elder dad that, hey, let's fold. We paid nothing for any of these teams. Let's sell them, get out of this, and you can, fly off into the sunset. Now I can just go live my life with all the money that you've acquired from these business decisions you made in the past that were quite fruitful for our family.
So you got Cooper Fag. He Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Yeah.
He went number 1 overall. I don't think that was any surprise, but he went. Huh?
He's out of Maine.
He went to Dallas, which was a surprise that they won that lottery.
Wait.
So now they re-signed Kyrie. How far you think this team can go next season?
They'll end up losing in the second round of the playoffs. Kyrie won't be back till maybe February, March, hopefully.
Which might be good to give Cooper a chance to, get his legs under him and
get some minutes, get some time out there. And I like the kid. He's a good player.
Who's this Dylan Harper from Rutgers? I like him too.
Yeah, it's Ron Harper's kid.
Yeah, he came out there and said he's better than his dad.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever saw footage of his dad in his prime.
Slow down, son.
Yeah, when Harper was on the Clippers, bro, he was giving you 30 in the time when you had bigs back there who would tackle you when you got around you. You know what I mean?
It was before the laser surgery and everything that it could have repaired his knees and made him good to go after the major knee surgery. So and from the way it looks, I'm not sure that he grew up around a dad. I think maybe it was a strange relationship with the mom. They said the mom was his high school assistant head coach in basketball. So I think this is just one of those situations.
He's a mommy's boy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think Ron just dropped the seed and kept it moving.
Okay. Now we got VJ Edgecombe. Okay. And Con Kneppel. And then you got Ace Bailey, huh? Two of my friends' names in there. Now, he was controversial. He was talking about what teams he didn't want to go to and blah, blah, blah. And allegedly, the league colluded and was telling everybody not to draft him, but yet they drafted him.
Yeah, he went to Utah. He didn't want to go to Utah. Who the hell wants to go to Utah? But they said we're gonna draft you anyway, just like the damn Bears drafted the number 1 pick overall and brought him to Chicago.
Well, these kids are rich, when they come out of college. Like back in the day, you got drafted. You were happy if you got drafted by the expansion team. You know what I mean? You're rich. But when you come into the draft rich, they're wondering why these guys are rolling their eyes and painting their fingernails and wearing all type of flamboyant shit.
Oh shit! These some bitches drafted me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just what it is. Now you got Derek Queen. No, that's not who we care about. Noah Asunge, to your point, 6'10", 204 pounds. This guy's skinnier than. Are you serious? Is he on meth?
He's 18, man. He's probably gonna end up at the most being 220. Yeah. I really wanted Queen.
So you're saying he could be a Lamar Odom type?
I've never seen this guy play. He's from France.
Yeah, Lamar had them handles though, but he probably, you know what I'm saying? He could be a poor man's Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Okay. They say he's rangy, versatile, power forward. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's
The-
not.
the- He's
He's not a
Sad
four.
Sellers.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not a four in the NBA.
Okay, they say he filled up the box score on both ends of the floor, playing at a very high level in the Euro Cup in German. Despite being the second youngest player in the draft, he can get to the free throw line, and his passing and defensive playmaking, all right, gives him considerable upside. Weakness: his narrow frame, slender man, might make it difficult to operate inside the paint in the NBA, and his inconsistency from the perimeter might prevent his okay, so it's in 2 years developing this guy.
Yeah, he can't shoot. That's the problem. I mean, I don't think the slight build really matters in the NBA much anymore. There's no real rim protectors out there, and if there are, shit, they can be dunked on too. But we'll see.
But they said the Bulls were talking about moving up to get this kid, and I guess Reinsdorf told them no, and they got him anyway.
Fell right in their lap. Reinsdorf told him no. What the hell does he know about basketball?
All right, so all right. I mean, I don't know. I want to have hope.
Are you kidding me?
I want to have hope. I want to have hope. He's a number 9 overall pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to have hope.
Queen went right after him. He's a freshman out of Baltimore. I forget what school he went to. Maybe Maryland or something like that. He had a good NBA finals. Blah blah blah.
So
tournament. What's the guy? Rocco. Come on, man.
7'3", 257 pounds. Rocco Shithole Zakarski. He's from Australia. 18.
Yeah.
Massively sized with a budding skill level, obvious potential defensively, thanks to his gigantic 9 foot 6.5 standing reach. Weaknesses: his size is a significant asset in the paint on both ends of the floor. He does not move his feet particularly well. Yeah,
slow as a statue. Come on.
Yeah, he's stuck in the mud. He's Australian. All right, and he doesn't provide as much physicality as someone who's stuck in the mud. You know, you can't be stuck in the mud and be a little bitch out there. Rocco, with a name like Rocco, you're supposed to be a goon.
Ray Raccoon.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but we still got the G League. He can move back and forth, dominating the G League.
He said he was good on the offensive glass. He could be the next that kid out of Denver.
Luke Longley.
No, the kid from Denver, the perennial MVP. He can win it every year, but they just don't get
Joker.
Yeah, the Joker. He could be the next Joker. Joker was a 2nd round pick nobody knew about.
No, okay.
Yeah, he could be the next Joker. I mean, it's all a big crapshoot, right?
Yeah, it's a bunch of crap, actually. You know, it's a matter of what 18-year-olds you're going to get out of the first 12 picks. First 15 picks, and then all the rest of them is a crapshoot, shithole countries, and the kids that you sign post draft, your unrestricted free agents.
Okay, what grade are you giving us in this draft?
C. Let's see what happens.
Well. All right, I'll go with that. C for Cubs, because I don't know anything about the NBA anymore. It's the game I love. Been watching it since 1978.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Yeah, they ruined it. All right, so Jeannie Buss was able to keep, I think, 15% of the team.
Nice.
She's the team governor, and she cashed out for $10 billion, bro. Like,
sweet.
Wow.
Sweet. I think I gotta go looking back at the numbers. Her dad he's rolling over in his grave, and the much money she made off this damn team versus what he paid for it. Wow, $10 billion? Are you kidding me?
And we got 15% of the team.
And you still got a percentage of ownership, so you can go back and party at the stadium and pretend like you're still a Lakers owner. Yeah, you got more percentage than Magic.
Well, NBA Finals. Moving on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I hear you. Your boy got hurt though.
Yeah, he's out for next season. I told you it was going 7 damn games for the entertainment aspect of it, and then you have your one of your star players go out with a damn Achilles tear.
Off the calf injury, bro. The league is irresponsible for this.
Yeah, they don't care.
Right? You get your calf injury, man. I was listening to Kevin Garnett talk about it. That's the calf is what stops you. You know what I mean? It's the most important part of your body out there. And when that calf goes, then the body's gonna start compensating, and then that Achilles is gone, bro. Same thing happened to Durant. We can go down, up and down the list.
Kyrie, yeah.
Yeah, bro. When you get that calf injury, they just gotta sit out, bro.
Dame Dash, yeah.
Dame Dash, Jacob's boy.
Yeah, damn Lillard. That's all I'm saying.
NBA Finals. All right, great. The finals. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I watched. What game did I watch?
Did you watch Game 7? I think Indiana was on their ass if dude didn't get hurt though.
I watched Game 6. Once Indiana got up 30, I turned it off. So I mean, it was interesting. Man. It wasn't good basketball. I can't watch this NBA product. You run up and down the court shooting threes, and oh my gosh! And when I was watching Game 6, and OKC got down 30 or 25 or however many points they won, all they were doing was just coming and shooting a damn 3-pointer, and instead of going down court and running the clock and scoring 2-pointers. Damn, Indiana was doing the same shit. They just coming down, shooting 3-pointers too. Like, yeah, you shoot threes, we can shoot them. I just turned it off.
And you got Slender Man on there, biggest guy on the court. They're not calling plays and setting them up so he can get a mismatch and go down there and post somebody up to get the mouse in the house. No, he's out there shooting step backs too.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
He doesn't even start. How the hell you get a #1 overall pick and he's coming off the bench and nobody's talking about it? Stephen A. Smith ain't calling him a bust.
That's but they're playing team basketball. And in order for this team to succeed, we play team basketball. And nobody.
Or he's a #1 overall pick coming off the bench.
Well, he's drop dead gorgeous.
It makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? And he should be demanding a trade if he had any gonads still left in him.
Well, I think he's still on his rookie deals. But they want a chip. He's not going. You're going to ask for the max deal and then they'll trade him.
So we got something from Carmen and Yurko. Eberflush speaks out after he coddled Caleb all season.
Gave him the C.
Yeah, gave him the C and named him a starter before minicamp even started. Didn't even see him in the 7-on-7s.
Didn't even know he could throw the damn football.
Yeah, you got a guy on the team, who's been doing burpees for 26 miles and showed you that he can at least be accurate. You know what I mean? What's his name? Bilbo Bajan. Tyson Bajan. Yeah. You got this guy on there. And what does that say? Like to Bilbo, like, damn, what am I, chopped liver?
We don't give a damn what you're doing, son of a bitch. We got the #1 overall draft pick. He's going to be the captain. He's going to be head of the quarterback's room. And if you don't like it, kick rocks.
Yeah, your job is to wipe his ass and remove his fingernail polish when he asks you to and paint his nails for him. That's your job.
Absolutely.
Now, you take it in context, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We got Eberflush. Let's just get Eberflush out here. He's going to defend himself. And this is Carmen and Yurko's, Cap and J Hood's podcast.
Never have met the media.
Matt Eberflus sat down with what's called the Doomsday podcast. It's Cowboys writers Ed Werder and Matt Mosley. And they did ask Eberflus about Caleb Williams claiming that nobody watched film with him or taught him to watch film in his rookie year with the Bears in the Seth Wickersham book. Here is Eberflus's response.
I would say this, that, in the development of the quarterback position and really all positions, at my time at the Bears, we've always had daily coached film sessions. That was out through the entire year. So that's what I observed, and that's where it was. And again, that's really all I have to say about it. But yeah, that's where it is.
I mean, seriously, bro. If this, like, people were saying, how are you going to believe this idiot coach? I've never considered Eber. I considered him dumb, out of his element.
Yeah.
Decent, average defensive coordinator. But as
Not
far as
not a head coach.
yeah, not a head coach. But I never questioned his veracity, bro. I never thought he would come out there like he didn't seem like he had
blatantly lie.
Yeah, he's autistic, in my opinion, and I don't think he can lie. Big ups to the autism community out here.
Shout out to the Post.
So, yeah, what does this mean, bro? You got one guy saying I was on my own. You got another guy saying, "Wait, we did this shit daily." Like, bro, this is an issue now.
I think
I told you Caleb's a liar. I told you that last season. I was listening to him. He's a liar.
Yeah, you called him a bear. I don't want to hear that crap.
Yeah, but he's a liar. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I called him a liar.
Yeah. Well, he's from the West Coast.
He's not. He's from DC. He's from the DMV area.
Yeah, he's from the.
He lived 2 years on the West Coast for college.
No, okay. Whatever he's got going on in the DC area, it's got him painting his fingernails and
that's chocolate San Fran.
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Chocolate Boys Town.
Yeah.
That in Atlanta.
Yeah. I mean, he's brought the autosexual term to Chicago. So I wouldn't put a lot into anything he says, especially going in front of the media, talking to some kind of journalist, and whatever percentage he's got in this book that this guy's writing,
Why would he lie?
I mean, liars lie.
But so one thing I get from him, bro, like
he's got to cover up the crap that happened last year. I mean, somebody's got to take ownership of what happened. The coach is gone.
Why won't he take ownership? He's the fucking quarterback.
Well, it's easier to lie because nobody else is going to take ownership. The GM is going to point to the coach, and he's going to point to Justin from 2 years ago. Yeah, Justin sent us down the wrong path. And
I see what you're saying. They're all learning how to pass the buck and scapegoat one another and lie.
Yeah. So if he's learning that from his general manager and it's okay, he learned it from his coach and it was okay. His coach put it on Justin and allowed the general manager to put it on damn Justin. So it's okay. It's okay to do it. It's the Bears culture.
Bro, it's like having a kid who says, yeah, I was doing my homework on my own. Like, you have it's a certain thing you have to do. And then if you have a problem, you come to the parent, the teacher, the coach, and you say, hey, look, I got a question on this. This is what I'm seeing. What do you think about this? Like,
or at least somebody knows how to solve the problem, the equation, the whatever you're working on. Yeah.
Bro, you're the number one overall generational pick. They rolled out the orange carpet for you, bro.
Yeah.
And you didn't feel like I could ask for more help. See, this is where ego comes in. I think he's a know-it-all. You've had other players suggest that on the podcast, but they haven't come out and said, hey, wait a minute, we watch film. Like, even Ryan Pohl should be pissed about this.
Yeah. But I think probably facing that question for the entire year or off season I think this interview was done before he even got to the damn Bears. So
couldn't have been.
Oh no. That was the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the film study session.
Well, he said all that to Wickersham, and it's going to be in the book.
Yeah, but I think that the question being posed to him year long about why aren't you better or why aren't you having as good a season as Jaden Daniels if you're the number one overall pick?
Generation.
you're a generational pick. Yeah, the Bears got rid of their starting quarterback from you and brought you in, and you did not live up to your billing. I think his excuse was, yeah, I didn't. I was, which was a valid excuse once the coaching staff got fired. Everybody got fired. Like, yeah, nobody was helping me. So, we'll see what happens this year. I got a new coach.
Man, had he balled out, the coaching staff wouldn't have been fired.
Yeah, well, allegedly. Because the team wasn't prepared to win.
Bro, when you got veterans saying he always has stuff to say back when the coaches was coaching him and always talking about what he saw, they're believing, okay, all right, this kid's generational. One thing you never heard about Michael Jordan, they said Michael Jordan was the most coachable guy in the locker room, bro.
Sure.
It sounds like this kid wasn't coachable, but then he'll come out there talking about, I want to be coach hard and blah, blah, blah. I don't think he knows what that means because they've been kissing his ass since junior high school.
Yeah, college. You're going to be the number one pick. Oh, look at that throw. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. Look how he runs. Yeah, this isn't that. This is the NFL. You have to learn how to watch film. You need to learn how to read defenses. You need to learn how to
take accountability.
Get to that third read or get to the third play. And the offenses that he was in, you set up for one play, you see a defense, you go to that play, they change the defense, you go to the next read in that one play. And he wasn't prepared for that. And he's saying that it was the coaches that didn't have him prepared, as opposed to maybe him not working hard enough.
And then so you guys are gonna, if this thing falls apart, we lose another 7 straight games. You guys are gonna allow him to blame Coach BJ.
No, he's not,
because he's generational. He can't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I think these are different rooms this year. It's a different quarterback room. It's a different offensive strategy room. It's a different running back room.
Yeah.
It's a different wide receiver room.
Yeah.
And I know they don't have any allegiance to this kid.
That's what I've been saying, bro. If he come out there and he doing that, they gonna, like them times when we was like, get Caleb out of the game.
Yeah.
You're right, bro. I think Ben wouldn't have no problem sitting him down for the second half or whatever it might be.
Because I know damn well he's not coming out this year with no C on his damn chest. As you got to earn it. And if they send him out with the C on the chest in his first game for the Chicago Bears this season, then I got a problem with Ben Johnson from the beginning.
I would just like to hear from Caleb and Karen. I want to see my big lips on the screen.
All right.
I just want to hear from Caleb. I just want to hear Caleb saying, you know what? You got to cut your camera on or mute yourself because we're in speaker view. So it's just going to put a black thing up there. All right. So my point is this. Caleb, I need you to say, I was a rookie. Okay. The game was a lot faster than I thought. Okay. There's some things with the coaching staff that I can't control. Okay. I need you to explain why you came out there and were saying everything wasn't bad, but now everything was bad. Okay. I just need you to apologize to the team for your production. And I just need you to say it will be better this year. That's it. That's it, bro. You are the leader of the team. This isn't college anymore, is what Ace has just said. This is a professional. You're with men. I need you. Maybe you're saying that within the locker room, but I don't know. I don't believe anything you say. You come out in front of our local media, you say one thing. You go out there to the DMV area, you say another thing. You're talking to Seth Wickersham, and you're saying another thing, bro. That is not leadership, and you will lose a locker room like that. There was a guy, he played at University of Illinois. Drop dead gorgeous. He threw a pretty ball. I'd rather have Jeff George than you right
Um,
now.
Yeah. We're gonna be better this year. I think with the help of Coach BJ and Coach Coach Antoine L and and our running backs coach, we're gonna be better, and they'll be more prepared to win games as opposed to the last coaching staff. What about you, you son of a bitch?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
What have you done in the off season?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
The media was asking him about all them damn sacks. He's like, well, I didn't turn the ball over, and he said that's what Eberflus's mandate was. Just don't turn the ball over and we'll be fine. But, bro, like I said, the reason I said I'd rather have Jeff George because at least he wasn't scared out there to let that thing go.
Let it go. Let it go. But, yeah, you come into our team as a quote unquote gunslinger, a athletic quarterback, a guy that can make things happen. But all we see is you out there running around after you get in a position to get a sack, or running around getting sacked, or just throwing the ball inaccurately to your receivers. So hopefully, with the addition of the new offense, we won't see as many receivers in the same areas as we saw in past years. We'll see more blocking from these receivers instead of just running around out there in the field trying to figure out what the hell they're doing. And I'll give him the benefit of the doubt till there's no reason to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's probably saying that I was watching film, but I wasn't being taught how the scheme should look in the film, how the scheme should improve week to week.
So did he go to the GM and say that to him?
Well, the GM already knew that in training camp. He already knew that. Is what he told us. He knew there was a problem. So yeah, that's why you gotta clean house. You should have fired the damn GM. You fired the head coach. You should have fired everybody and start over.
We got some chatter in the chat. Big ups, DJ Creeper. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Because this son bitch came out and told us he saw it at the end of the year. He saw the problems in training camp. He didn't do a damn thing.
Well, they just re-signed his boy toy, Ian Cunningham, who turned down GM jobs. He's not getting the offers anymore. Yeah, they re-signed him for another year to monitor the glory hole and Foles' personal bathroom, in my opinion, allegedly.
Well, he's the one using it. I mean, come on.
And before I clear the chat, the reason I said Caleb is a bear, because I know I'm hard on Caleb, because he's fucking-rational, and I need to see generational. I called him a bear because, he took that punishment and he kept getting up. He took us down at he brought us back. There's a lot of games we lost that had nothing to do with him. Blocked field goals, this, that, and the third. Yeah, allegedly. But he has moments, I can tell he wants to win, but what you said earlier, that starts in practice, Caleb. You can't come out there and wing it like you were doing in high school because you're more talented than everybody like you did in college. Nah, bro. This game is details, and you got to be on it. And they said that Coach BJ is on his ass, bro, which I appreciate. He's not calling him.
He should be if he's going to be the damn starting quarterback. I got to get in your ass because you got to be a reflection of me on the field. And he obviously was a reflection of Eberflus last year because he had no idea what the hell he was doing out there. So,
and Eberflus is probably patting him on the back. Hey, good job, kid. Take that sack. You didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over. He gives us a chance to. We're still in the game. We're still in the game. Yeah.
Well, Creeper said Caleb caused the collapse. That's what I'm saying, bro. Nobody wants to admit that. You can sit here, not you. You can imagine if JF1 was at the helm, we wouldn't have lost all those games like that, bro.
Yeah.
Can you not admit that?
Yeah, I mean, because Eberflus was counting on, he never backed him, but he was counting on JF1's athletic ability to get his offense out of this idiotic situations that the offensive coordinator had them in to save him. You talk about hero ball. He was looking for the hero JF1 to save us in times when those idiotic or terrible plays or lack of an offensive line or lack of a running game after you let David Montgomery out of here never materialized to matriculate the ball down the damn field. So
some moron.
The reason can do that.
The reason JF1 threw for 1,400 yards to DJ Moore is because he's only a one-look quarterback. That's all the time he had, first of all, and that's the only receiver he had out there.
Yeah.
And so to me, that's smart. That's not dumb.
Yeah. And if he's the only guy out there and he can still catch the ball over 1,400 yards, and every other team in the NFL is watching the same damn film, that lets you know that either, they had a special tandem and it was just up to the team to increase the talent around him and DJ Moore. And they refused to do it.
Creeper said Bears didn't need that bum, the bum being Caleb. Now, I'm not going to call him a bum. It's the off the field stuff that concerns me. And these were the concerns leading up to the draft, bro. That some whispers from his teammates and stuff like that, which Ryan Poles ignored.
Yeah, because he said this is the guy he wanted in his locker room, bedroom, office. So that's the guy he went and got, no matter what the hell was being said.
Him and Ian was going to groom him.
Yeah. We might have to whip him.
Yeah, they talked to Jaden. Jaden already had a girl. He wasn't talking about he autosexual. Jaden was like, man, where the hoes at? And he's like, nah. You know what I mean? We don't even want to sit down.
We can't unleash you in Chicago. Yeah, it's too much for you.
Creeper said Caleb doesn't have what it takes to be great. Do you agree with that?
I don't know yet.
Great.
I don't know. He didn't show a lot last year. He showed flashes.
He did, bro. That dude to flick that ball and it come out of there. I'm like, damn, I never seen anything like that before in my life.
He's thrown some hell of a passes, but he didn't have any type of scheme. He didn't have the damn talent that he's going to have this year, and he didn't have the offensive line that he has this year. So, I mean, football is a team sport, and you're only as great as the 11 guys you got.
No, don't start that. It was all JF1's fault. Wins and losses were a quarterback stat.
No,
it was all the narrative we were getting from the media.
We know that was some bull. Well, we know he didn't have any offensive line. We know they let David Montgomery go. We know that the head coach never prepared his team to win for 4 quarters.
Ben Johnson wanted David Montgomery. Let him go. Yeah.
Yeah. Let him go. Now, everybody's like, well, David Montgomery wanted to go and
get flirted
with. He was
with.
tired of being a Bear and blah, blah, blah. Okay.
That's not true.
Give him the money to stay. I bet you he would have stayed.
Yeah. He wasn't a Ryan Poles guy. And again, this goes back to fire Poles.
Yeah.
He said his receivers got tired of running ghost routes. He's not a generational QB. He's average.
I think that'll be solved this year, whether he's a quarterback or whoever else comes in. That ghost routes of him just holding the ball too damn long and trying to find the 20-yard end or end cut or whatever route to to get his numbers up. I think that's over with. And I think with the blocking and the usage of the 12 personnel, all that'll change. Or
more play action.
yeah, or he won't be playing. He's going to be coming from under center. Yeah. I don't think that this team,
coaching regime is going to tolerate.
Yeah, they're not married to this guy. They're there.
What do you mean? The GM is. The GM gave birth to him.
The GM's contract is coming to an end, I believe.
Right. They probably re-sign Ian because, we're going to hire Ian, your boy toy.
Yeah, we can hire him for another couple one-year deals, and he'll sign them, and we can fire your ass. Yeah, so, yeah.
Creeper said, I'm not running routes for this dumb stuff. He a ball holder and not a passer. He said, yes, Jeff George was a badass. I agree. That guy used to wear those cowboy boots, pop up in the Kappa house with the cowboy hat on, you know what I mean, with his mustache. He looked like he was 75 years old.
Yeah, let me hit that cake.
Yeah. Find a couple of bronze-colored girls, go home with.
Well, he's starting quarterback. They'll tell him what kind of money he was getting up to.
Creeper, sack king. He can't read defense. He's terrible at reading defense. Poles is a bum. Kept giving away number 1 picks. Dummy.
Oh, my sentiments on Poles, fire Poles. And I haven't given up on Caleb as of yet. But
Nor have I.
But we got to give him an opportunity to play for our new head coach, our generational head coach, to work with our generational quarterback and our generational offensive line, to work with our generational tight ends and our generational wide receivers. And if we can't win with all this generation going on here in Chicago, then we can sour on
bro, we should still have Roquan. We should still have Montgomery. Like, Poles gutted the Bears off the damn team.
Yeah, that was his job, to come in and kill salary. And
he gutted the Bears, bro. You don't gut the Bears. That's like some asshole coming into the Bulls to kill salary and they move off Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's what money managers come in and do, and that's all.
Analytic guys typing in ChatGTP. Yeah,
that's what they come in to do. And he
wanted to stay flexible so he could get it in his bum from Ian. But go ahead. He had what?
He hasn't proven that he knows what the hell he's doing as of yet. I'm still on the mindset that all of the moves made this year were at the behest of our new head coach. And, we'll see. We'll see what his relationship is with Warren, because Warren didn't hire him, where he didn't hire or draft JF1, Warren didn't hire him to be the general manager for the Bears. So, there's no telling who he's talking to or what
he's
kind
on
of relationship.
He's on glory hole duty in Warren's personal bathroom in his office. Poles is. That's how they do it. And trickle it down. I'm telling you, bro. They're having Diddy type parties, bro. I mean, he's weird. And now I had the occasion to meet somebody who worked with Harbaugh, and he's into these athletes. And he said Ryan Pohl gives him weird vibes, and he gives me weird vibes, bro. He's not. He's disingenuous, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's over arrogant for no reason.
And the way he chews that gum. And his picks for the last few years before Coach BJ got here, and his free agent moves have been pretty arrogant before our new head coach and coaching regime. And I don't think they're going to tolerate the nonsense that he was doing before. And
you move off Roquan, and then you go sign the linebacker for the same money that Roquan wanted, pretty much a little bit. Yeah. I'm saying, bro, these were your captains in your locker room, bro. Like, we had our system at Impy. Somebody can come in there, we moving off Ace, we moving off Ant. No, you ain't. This is working because of them. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
Yeah. But he felt when he came in, he was omnipotent. He was a king. He was a Trump supporter. He was he can come in and write his executive orders, trade him, get rid of him. Yeah, he's okay, but we can do better. I can find better in the draft. You give me the opportunity to work with this money, I can find better in free agency. And he hasn't done any of that. Any of it.
None of it, bro. Stop painting your nails and pass the ball. GM Poles should have drafted linemen with all our picks protect. That's what you've been saying, Ace. That's what Clown came in and said he was going to do.
Yeah.
Dummy, Wisconsin has best linemen in Alabama. How the Packers better than us? Love is a beast. Why they still on top? Did Poles play football? He act like he ain't know much. Poles was a Bear. Allegedly.
No. Poles was a training camp.
Training camp dummy, practice fodder.
Practice dummy. And he was out of here once. I don't know if he made it to final cuts or whatever cut he made it to, but once cuts came, Poles had to go.
So you're saying there's no way I can find a Bears jersey with a random Poles on it?
No.
So he was given a number.
Yeah, he had a number, but he didn't have a name. If he's got one, it's in his house.
I'm adjusting my Coach BJ grade. All right. You know, I came out here and gave him a preseason grade of an A, but I'm going to give him a B because not so much of him yapping. I don't mind that as much as these players still yapping, bro.
Maybe because it's the preseason or OTA. It's not even preseason. It's OTAs and voluntary workouts. He really hasn't pulled the reins in on them yet. But I think once they
that's in the first meeting, bro. When you sit down, bro, that's in the first meeting when you met with that team. I've been watching y'all on these podcasts yapping. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's going to stop today.
Maybe he's not watching the crowd. Maybe Poles is telling him that's okay.
Yeah, Poles does it.
Yeah, we want our players to be marketable. We want them to be seen. We want them to be loved by the Chicago Bear faithful. So, you know, maybe Poles is well, he needs to go. So, yeah, I think
I put money that Poles is going to come out there and say we got all the pieces in place.
Yeah, all the pieces to the puzzle.
All the pieces in the puzzle, and and put his foot in his mouth. That's what I'm saying. They just need to shut up and play, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're a long way from. Like I said, they're a long way from figuring out how to win an NFL game. And I think Coach BJ is trying to instill in them the ways to win an NFL game. Unfortunately, they got to come from the fact for the last 2-3 years, they had a guy that had no clue and a management staff that had no clue how to win an NFL game. They knew how to put it on the shoulders of a generational quarterback, which the Kansas City Chiefs had and have. But now, they got to put it on the arms of a head coach, his coaching staff, the quarterback that they think is generational, and teach a team that hasn't won sharp how to win NFL games. And that's the major thing. They need to learn how to win an NFL game, and not how to not lose an NFL game, how to win a game. And once they get that mindset and get that going in their locker room, then I think they'll be okay. Whether Cato's the quarterback or Tyson Bagent or even Case Keenum. But they'll figure something out on how to figure out NFL games by the time we get to game 5.
All right. Something we talked about, it looks like your boy Diddy might walk. You know, we've been saying free Diddy, and everybody likes to come out. And he's
Yeah.
guilty. The government say he's guilty.
Yeah,
He's guilty.
they didn't have shit on.
Yeah, for the RICO. You know what I mean? Right,
Yeah.
right. How you gonna have a RICO with one person? Where's the organization at?
Yeah, so, I mean, hopefully that means R. Kelly will be out soon, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah, well, they trying to kill Kels, according to Kels.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Tyler Perry accused of sexual harassment and workplace gender violence.
No.
Violence. Okay. Media mogul faces allegations of creating coercive, sexually exploitive dynamic. The lawsuits, the drop dead gorgeous. We got his picture behind me. Victim alleged, I think, 260 million in damages.
Yeah, he found on my toes too.
Yeah, that one dude said he showed up. It was a brother said he showed up to his hotel, but this brother didn't. You know, he didn't do nothing. Said Tyler showed up to his hotel. Yeah, just take your clothes off. I won't touch you, and I'll give you X amount of dollars. You know what I mean? And the dude didn't do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like people are making choices and decisions, and then coming out later, you know, saying I was coerced.
Yeah.
You know, unless he had a pistol and he's big. You know, somebody's gonna pistol whip you. You know, even then.
Yeah.
You got to say, man, it was a scrap. You know what I mean? He put me to sleep. You know, there's better be a story behind this shit.
He was dressed like Medea, and he jumped on my back and pulled out some kind of.
Before I knew it, I was unconscious. Right. You're a grown ass man. But anyway, Tyler has been accused of sexual harassment. All right, we went through that. Los Angeles filed by Derek Dixon, who worked on Tyler Perry's show Ruthless in the Oval. Said Perry promised career advancement, but subjected him to escalating sexual harassment, assault, and battery. You know, call the police when it comes to assault and battery. Yeah.
Yeah, now when you're trying to sue for $260 million, the police don't need to be involved.
Assault and battery, there should be a police report. Dixon alleges he was subjected to abuse, held direct control over his employment. I mean, there's other production companies out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you make, bro, like, it seems to me like people, and I'll get your take, they want to do it for the gold, bro. They're doing it for the money, bro.
Yeah.
Held direct. Go ahead.
If you felt this type of harassment or pressure on a daily basis, just leave and don't come back to work there. But don't tell me that, you know, sometime later all of this was going on and now it's worth $260 million.
Correct. This is an individual who got close to Tyler for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam, Perry's attorney. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. What was because all these people are in the news now. What was there? Because remember, everybody was coming out and standing on taking the high road, and it came to Kels. And I can't find, whenever I look up what was Tyler Perry's opinion on the R. Kelly case, I can't find none of these guys, but I know they were all had something to say. Even Oprah's being alleged that she's done stuff to people. But yet they piled on R. Kelly. Remember, all of them came out in the media.
I mean, I don't know. All of them had a financial stake in that damn documentary or what the hell was going on. But, you know, the charges that were eventually resurfaced against Kels that got him locked up or even got him talking about him again, I thought that they couldn't try him on that again. And
they could. He didn't get tried for underage stuff. He got tried for running a sex dungeon in his house, allegedly. And
what is the legal?
He wouldn't feed the girls, according to, he wouldn't let me eat. They weren't chained up. You know, they weren't chained in the basement.
They could have got up and walked out the damn door.
Yeah, he wasn't in private land. He had neighbors next to him because they had already taken his money. One girl family came. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. You know, but they said he psychologically did a number on him. Like,
yeah, come on, man. And you built a RICO case on some nonsense like this to lock this man up away from pretty much the rest of his life? Are you kidding me? And who the hell was the damn jury? Was this a bench trial or what the hell is going on? There's no way You
Well,
can
people
tell me,
hated him because he had been maligned in the media when he, didn't get the charges for
yes,
the
you know,
underage stuff.
he's a Negro from Chicago. Yeah, I understand. I know how they
Yeah,
do. They
yeah,
try the same way
yeah,
they did to OJ.
yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't get him the first time, but oh shit, we got you. We got you in
yeah,
court again.
yeah.
You're not getting out this time.
And it's Georgia now, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We don't
yeah,
do that down here.
yeah. This the Bible Belt. You come down here with them Chicago shenanigans. We're gonna show you better. We can tell you.
So
Come
this
on.
guy, Dixon, was working for an events company,
Hmm.
was at an opening party for Perry's studio. Perry allegedly picked Dixon out of a crowd of employees present at the party and began asking questions about his employment status and whether plaintiff was an actor. He began texting Dixon, first asking about his goals and career aspirations, grooming him.
Hmm.
He offered Dixon a job on his TV shows with the promise it was a small role that could get a lot bigger, thereby setting up the first stage in a series of escalating quid pro quo offers. This sounds like an agreement. Like people like this make it harder for serious actors and actresses like my
Yeah.
wife to get a job because they're willing
To do.
to do
Yeah.
this shit for the fame and the money.
Yeah. So what did you say you were willing to do to get a bigger role at Tyler Perry's company?
Correct. You were the events person, and this guy
Hmm.
is talking to you about, it could happen. You're there setting up the lighting, and somebody says, "Hey, you got to look," blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
right, right, bro.
What kind of winking did you do at Tyler Perry? Or what kind of service were you giving him that night for him to really notice you as this
Correct.
events person that now can be a actor in Tyler Perry Studios? Yeah, come on, man.
Shortly after his first acting job, Dixon was allegedly invited to Perry's home where they drank and made conversation. Perry urged him not to drive home. So you can't call an Uber?
Yeah. Or no, I don't want to go to your house and have a drink. I'm going home. Can you say that? I'm going home. Yeah, I'm not going to your house and having a drink and whatever the hell you got planned for me. I'm going. I'm going home. But I guess that's the scope of the harassment that Tyler Perry is such a mogul that he couldn't tell him no.
Right. And we're talking about adults, adult men.
Yeah. And you got that look, and maybe Tyler Perry's got the look, and maybe he asked you to blow in your eye. Well, I don't know what the hell goes on in those damn scenarios, but I don't know. No man's gonna invite me to his house to have no drink, and nobody else is there.
Right. And then you're ready to go. Correct, bro. And then you're ready to go, and I don't go. So Dixon agreed and was escorted to a separate guest room, not
Mm.
knowing that this was a ruse to allow Perry to assault Dixon. Dixon was tired and did not have pajamas. Now,
What the hell do you need some pajamas for? Lay your ass down. You're at somebody's house.
and so he got into bed only wearing underwear.
No, boy.
Before he knew what was happening, Dixon felt someone else slip into bed behind him and started rubbing Dixon's body around his inner thigh in a highly sexual and suggestive manner. Yeah, him in bed behind you is a highly suggestive manner.
Right. You're like, hey, that's when you jump up. You're like, wait a minute.
The lawsuit describes multiple incidents of sexual harassment and assault that unfolded over several years. On multiple occasions, Mr. Perry sexually assaulted Mr. Dixon, including one instance where he forcibly pulled off Mr. Dixon's clothing, groped his buttocks, and attempted to force himself on Dixon. The suit includes communications between the two, including flirtatious and sexually suggestive messages from Perry that Dixon appears to attempt to rebuff. So it seems like a jaded lover.
Yeah, it seems like he probably didn't get what he thought he was going to get out of Tyler Perry, and now it's time to make it happen financially. And I know the right attorney to bring this case forward. And I do have a little bit of evidence. I was looking for him to settle. He didn't settle, so now we have to move forward. Because
Go ahead.
My problem is, how the hell you end up in the bed for several years with no pajamas, and Tyler Perry keeps sliding up behind you, and you keep going back. It's like the lady saying that Bill Cosby, yeah, he date raped me, but the next time I went back, he gave me that pill again. I couldn't understand what happened, but the next time I went back, I said, hey, I'll take the pill, but I don't want to do anything. But and then the next time I went back, yeah, the pill, it did something a little different to me. I mean, come on, man.
And not one thing where he says, yeah, and then I whooped his ass. Or, me and him was fighting and he threw me out of his house and the police was called. Like, this is getting crazy. And then the cat's like, so 50 Cent finally didn't pile on. He supports Tyler because all these celebrities, bro, anybody y'all ever dated can just crawl out from under a rock and just,
Yeah. Because, apparently nobody's having them sign these NDA agreements. And, the fact that it's gray area in your interactions with these people or relationships with these people where you ended up having a drink with them and you couldn't make it home that night because you didn't even say you were inebriated. You just couldn't make it home that night because you had been drinking. And
he said Tyler suggested, yeah, don't drive.
Don't drive. Just lay down in my guest bedroom with no clothes on.
Man, you rich, man. You can't call me a black car to get me home if that's the case.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got car service for himself.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's not fucking driving around inebriated or partially inebriated or buzzed. Or I'm sure he's got some pajamas. He's got a whole damn production company. He got some damn pajamas you can put on so you're not laying.
That nigga Tyler came in there dressed like Medea, huh? He went into a whole nother character.
Like,
boy, you in his sleep, you ain't got no pajamas on.
Oh, man,
Creeper said, I'll bet you Bears won't win 8 games. He said he'll bet $100. Let me think on that because I got him winning more than that. He said Tyler tied him up, butt in the air. Now let's talk about your career. I'm not going to touch it, but my man Diddy on the way. He might be different than me. He said we could do this the easy way or the hard way. They know where Tyler won it. Easy way, hard way. Tyler Perry, you want a nightcap? Happy ending. Joe, reach around. All B's. He had half cup of water. He wasn't drunk. Go ahead, bro.
And there's no baby oil on the premises, so you want it the easy way or the hard way.
You think he's not being maligned the way those heterosexual men, not counting Diddy, but because of the rainbow? Like, where's the Rainbow Coalition when it comes to matters like this? Because if Tyler would say Jigga, they'd be all on his ass.
Tyler's a Negro.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he's rainbow, allegedly. So
allegedly. He hasn't come out and totally endorsed his rainbow love. I don't know.
Well, everybody saw Medea. Everybody saw that.
That's a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's working. He's acting. He's an actor. He's a working actor. So
but it makes the casting couch sullies the business, and it I don't.
Yeah, but it's been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
Has it been right? No. Do I believe that this was a casting couch situation? No. Because you're talking about the progression over several years of you still ending up in situations where you're in Tyler Perry's house or company with no damn clothes on. Or
no manager, no agent. Yeah. You don't have an agent. Come over and get you drunk.
Yeah.
And then he talked about his career, Ace. you were the boom guy. Like you were setting up the event. Like you're not
Yeah.
even an actor. So
Right.
he had control over my career. No, you could have gone back to setting up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Your career progressed by knowing.
By performing sexual favors for
Right.
Medea.
Right. And he liked you, and y'all had an understanding.
Yes.
Yeah, and now that these understandings are monetized to the tune of 50
$260
to 100
million.
to 200
Yeah.
million dollars, and hopefully that these moguls will settle for a certain amount. Um, yeah,
Well, you
I
said it.
don't want.
Tyler probably cut him off. It got to a point where, for whatever reason, tired of him. Tyler cut him off. He
Yeah,
wasn't able to get that income stream no more. And then he said,
yeah,
"Oh yeah, I'm going to sue you."
yeah. He probably found him a new toy.
All right. You got anything else?
It's been several years, so he's gotten older. So
Uh,
that's how those rich guys do. They want a newer, fresher toy.
yeah, yeah. What's his name? Still running around. Uh, DiCaprio. They don't talk about him. He's still running around. They're not underage, I don't think, but they be like 20, and this guy's like 50 something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he's still running around. And
yeah.
like
He's dropped.
anybody who dates him could say, "Yeah, I was hoping to come up." You
Yeah,
know
he's
what I
dropped
mean?
dead gorgeous. I think Leonardo is pretty smart. I think he's got him signing paperwork.
Mm-hmm. Threatening him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know black guys.
Yeah, he's drop dead gorgeous. So
Yeah.
all right, let's move on, bro. Sheduer. Something I said, bro. I said it, bro. I said he's gonna go in camp, he's gonna shine, they're gonna come out and start changing the narrative on him once they get him poor and stupid and keep him underpaid. And then he's gonna be the starter and everybody's gonna act like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
No. Go ahead.
I don't know why he signed I think he signed a 4-year deal. I would have signed a 2-year deal. If you're betting on yourself and you already got money, I would have signed a 2-year deal and put their ass to the fire immediately. If y'all want me to stay, I'll sign for 2 years and then we'll revisit what the hell's going on in 2 years.
If he's
But,
balling though, he can hold out. And that's probably what his dad told him.
yeah, that too. Yeah, he's making peanuts.
How long did your boy have to wait, Mr. Irrelevant, for San Fran? They made him wait too, though. They did
Yeah,
make him wait.
they made him wait to I think he had a 5-year.
And they
I
said we
think they
signed it
picked.
after the fourth. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. All right. They said, let's see.
but he was poor and stupid. Shador's not poor and stupid. He already had money. I wouldn't have signed.
Sanders, numbers in 707. They said he's getting the ball out quick. He's decisive. They said he's accurate. All this stuff that they weren't talking about during the draft.
Talking about he came in there with his headphones on.
In a gold chain.
Gold chain, spitting rap lyrics.
And Dion said it wasn't true. He didn't have no headphones on.
Yeah.
He probably had them over his neck. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I don't believe any of that shit.
Coach Kevin Stefanski has stressed that the process is more important than the numbers themselves, but it sounds like Sanders is earning his spot in the conversation at the very least. The kid's balling out in camp. He had a couple of speeding violations, which Dion, talk to your boy. I mean, there's really I know that's what young people do. I sped around town. I still do it sometimes. I get it. But
he's got a brand new truck, whatever the hell he's driving.
Yeah, man.
Brand
but
new.
You're already being dragged under the carpet.
Yeah. Let's talk to him. 160 or 50, whatever the hell he was doing.
Twice. Get a limo. Get a private driver, bro.
Yeah. Or ride with some damn bike.
You in Ohio, they don't take too kindly. You know, you're dealing with 12, they mess around, shoot you.
Yeah, you're not that far from Indiana.
Right. Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, bro, that's what it's looking like, man. What do you think? Do you think Sheduer would be the starter either this year or next year at Cleveland?
In Chicago, it depends on how Caleb performed this year. Because I would have drafted him and he would have been here in Chicago.
This is what we said 2 years ago, and you could have still had JF1. We wouldn't even had Caleb. We could have been developing this kid up behind JF1, had all types of draft capital.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even when you blew that crap, you still could have had him here in Chicago
for a fourth round pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
The same pick you use for a punter.
Yeah.
Generational punter.
Generational punter.
Yeah, we got a generational punter. We got a generational court
quarterback.
And a generational
quarterback. Generational offensive line and generational wide receivers.
Oh shit.
And we could have had a generational backup quarterback, learning at the 3 this year, or maybe challenging for the starting quarterback role under a four-year, $4 million contract.
But you're 100% right. And then Bilbo, if you're not going to re-sign Bilbo, you need another backup. You could have been grooming him to be your backup, and then you could have moved off JF1 if that's what it took.
Yeah, we could have traded Bilbo's ass first thing down smoke. Come on, man. We're making moves.
That guy's not making moves. He didn't even talk to Sheduer Sanders. I guarantee you he didn't talk to him.
Oh, hell no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I heard about your dad. He's an asshole.
Yeah, the outside noise that I told my boy Toy, Ian, and everybody not to listen to. I listened to the outside noise.
Yeah. No, he didn't talk to no damn Sheduer. If he didn't talk to Jaden Daniels, he didn't talk to all these other players.
If he didn't talk to that 3 tech for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He's listening to outside noise.
You damn right.
You got a Super Bowl contending team call you up. Hey, should have been a red flag. Yeah, we want to move up 1. See, this dude falls in your lap. You're supposed to hang up the phone on them.
Yeah. Yeah. This guy should have been the number 1 pick in the draft. And you're out here.
He was generational. He was generational. Yeah.
And you're out here looking for football players, and this son bitch falls into your lap.
Yeah,
but you say, nah.
But he's toxic and masculine. I'm telling you, Foles is part of this whole, you know what I mean, movement. Yeah, he don't want
fire.
Yeah, but people think Foles is they think he's a genius, bro.
Yeah. His track record up until Coach BJ got here has proven absolutely not. So.
He hasn't brought no dogs in here. What dog has he brought into the Bears? Come on. Okay, Brisker. I like Brisker. He brought Brisker in.
Brisker might not be here after this
year. And the Kyler Gordon.
I mean, Kyler Gordon's he's a slot.
Right, he's not even an every down guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean he's a good player, and I appreciate him coming in here as a Bear. But come on, man, he ain't no All Pro. You judge by your Pro Bowl players.
And you'd have money to pay all these, Mr. Flexible. You'd have money to pay all these drafts you got. Had you moved off the generational guy and been building through the draft that you came in here and said you were going to do it, and you said you were going to start in the trenches.
And we're taking the North and never giving it back. Yeah. And we might be there heading that direction this year, and that's by taking away the Lions offensive coordinator and a lot of their key offensive staff, and bringing the brain trust of their offensive staff here to pick players, and we'll see what happens.
And BJ brought in some great coaching staff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're not playing that bullshit. Yeah,
Antoine Randall
and Big Dennis Allen,
Big Dick Allen. Yeah.
He, you know what I mean? We don't have to whip him.
Hey, that's that old school mentality. That's the Buddy Ryan type mentality. Yeah.
All right, bro. Go ahead. Anything you want to say, and then hit your final words there, fella.
right. I was disappointed in the NBA draft. I was watching. I saw the moves that the damn Bulls made, and there were a couple players that I thought they could have acquired. Derek McQueen being picked after our pick was one of them. Apparently, they were high on this French kid. Maybe he was a friend of Wembyana, but 6'10", 200 pounds, just like Wemby is 7'5" and 210 pounds, whatever the hell he weighed. I don't think they're ready for the NBA. The Bulls got enough damn projects. But hey, if you've got if you if you've got an ownership that believes in you and is willing to roll with you, I guess like they roll with guard packs for all those years. Now you're gonna roll with this general manager and president that we got. I guess till you sell the damn team, go out and make whatever moves you want to make. They knew they were going to get rid of Ball. They had a deal in place with Ball. They're going to get rid of Vukovic in the near future and get his money off the damn salary cap, and maybe they're going to refit this team.
Books would have been gone 2 years ago in my system, but go ahead.
I mean, shit, I'd have let him go in free agency. But, they spent a lot getting him here in Chicago before I think they traded Carter to Orlando to get him. And he's playing well or average. He's playing about the same as Vukovic in Orlando, but he's just a younger player and making less money. But it's a travesty what's going on with these Bulls and these White Sox. I don't understand the mentality of the ownership of the teams. You've won. Like I said in shows past, you've won business-wise. You've taken your team from being a great bargain to being worth billions of dollars, but you're holding on to these franchises for X, Y, Z. I have no reason. I have no understanding why you're holding on to these franchises. And then if the Lakers are worth $10 billion, damn it, I'm on the phone the next day trying to get dirty off the damn Bulls. You got a stadium and you got the home that Michael Jordan built, man. Yeah, business-wise, I don't understand.
Jordan couldn't have done it without Pippen. That's the narrative.
Oh my God. Anyway, maybe it's just ego, or it's just the fact that you want to own something. But if I was Reinsdorf, I would sell the Bulls and take one of those. You didn't got to take $1 billion. Take 500 million, a half, whatever it takes to get a WNBA franchise, and you already own the damn United Center. Set up a deal where they play in the damn United Center and move on from there. I don't know what these guys are doing, but shout out to the president or whatever the hell he got going on, because apparently he's got the mentality of all these millionaires and billionaires that they can do whatever the hell they want to do and hold on to whatever the hell they want to hold on and shape and massage the world in any way they would like. And unfortunately, us as sports watchers and fans and citizens of the United States of America, we have to sit here and watch this crap and keep saying, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. So, that's my final words, man. I don't know what's going on, how we can get to a point where we can get resolution and a lot of things that seem easy to resolve. Why we're still supporting the women and baby killers in Israel, why we're bombing Iran and blaming them on whatever's happening in Israel when Israel has all of our damn money and have the ability to do whatever the hell they want to do in the Middle East.
And they have nukes.
And they have nukes. Now, well, we know war means revenue and income. So we know why they're trying to start or leverage a war where some of the president's friends or these defense contractors are going to make money off selling bombs or us sending bombs or whatever over to these foreign countries. But this
We
is
make
what you
money when we bomb them, and we make money when we move in and rebuild it, all those contractors, and then we put in a puppet regime, and then they become part of the world banking system, which is controlled by the people Kanye West talks about. And then America makes money because we strip the resources. But go ahead there, fella.
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, in my opinion.
So I don't understand why all of you are saying you don't know why we're saying I told you so and this is going to happen and just the plan he already put in pen to paper before you made him the 47th or whatever the hell number president of the U.S. he is again. Oh, can I say all this on YouTube? But anyway, Uh, shout out to all of the armed forces of the United States of America. God bless you. Hopefully you make it home safe to your families. And bear down, FGB. And this time, Creeper, I don't know about no 8 wins. I think I'm gonna stick with my 10-6. I'm pretty confident in the coaching staff.
It's 17 games. 10-6 won't happen.
10 and 7. I know we're going to win at least 10 damn games, but 8 and 9, I don't believe that we're that porous as far as the football team is. And I think the coaching staff is setting them up to be able to win those games that we were jagging off last year because of stupidity, inability to call timeouts, plays that weren't set up for us to win football games. Now, I don't think we're going to go into the season this year with the same mentality and the same playbook and the same ineptness and ineptitude as a football squad. So, yeah, we have a tough schedule. Yeah, the division is definitely tough again, but I believe the Bears can end up with a 10-7 record, go on to not make the playoffs again this year at 10-7, but be poised to improve the team again next year and move on, maybe make the playoffs next year with our generational quarterback, generational quartz, generational punter, generational second round draft pick from Missouri by way of St. Louis, and and generational general manager. So bear down, FGB, and that's my final word.
That's well said, fella. Keep your camera on. Just mute yourself. Well said there, fella. Well said. As we wrap up today's episode, we appreciate all y'all taking the time to explore our thoughts and perspectives and your thoughts with us. The journey through nuance, history, and untold angles doesn't stop here. It continues in the questions you carry and the conversations you spark beyond this moment. We don't claim to have all the answers, but we value the space to ask better questions, to challenge assumptions, revisit old ideas with new eyes, and make meaning where others might overlook it. That's where the real work and the real growth and development begins. Until next time, stay grounded in your purpose, open up your curiosity, and be bold enough to engage the world with intention. This isn't just content, it's connection. And it means more because all y'all are with us. We appreciate the support and enthusiasm for Mouthpiece Included. If you have any questions, concerns, or need any further information, feel free to reach out to any of us and ask, or drop comments in the chat. Stay tuned Stay passionate, bear down, and as always, there, fella.
Oh, yeah. FGB to the highest level of F-ivity. And that's a fact.
Yeah, FGB. You guys want to crown them? I'm not crowning none of them. We could easily split with Detroit. Easily, we can easily split with Green Bay, if not win them both. And you got a rookie quarterback over there, and coming off a gimp knee.
We're gonna beat the dog mess out of Minnesota.
You know what I mean? So
I don't give a damn who they got at wide receiver.
right. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But I don't hear any yapping coming out of Minnesota. I don't hear all the yapping coming out of the Green Bay players, bro. I don't hear the yapping coming out of Detroit players. Yap, 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 yap. But I do hear the yapping coming out of our Bears, and that needs to stop, bro. They need to clean that shit up.
Yeah. We got to go to the suggestion box of the Chicago Bears, Coach BJ, because we can't go through the general manager. Fire polls, he won't listen to us. And Coach BJ, clean that yapping up, because it should have been going with the last administration, and we're looking for some success from yours to clean the yapping up.
Yeah, I mean, you're losing and yapping. I've never seen anything like this before. You don't hear yapping out of the Bulls like that. They know you know what I mean?
Yeah. We should have did this, and he didn't do that, and I understand it. Yeah, he told me, and his dad said this, and his cousin came out after the game and told us that we didn't look like shit out there. Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't have to listen to that. What are you talking about, man? You're a professional football player.
We got our backup quarterback yapping.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, none of this would be going on up under Mike Dicker. I'll tell you that much.
You're damn right. It'd be some pink slips. IQ, buddy, 0. You're here to play football, 0. Yeah, you're out of here.
Now, when we were yapping, we were going 14-2 and 15-1. You know what I mean?
Shuffling the crew.
Right.
Shuffling them down. Doing it for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Our star cornerback told them before last season, you don't win with all this yapping. I've been here a long time. I've heard all this before. But yet he's yapping every chance he gets. They don't turn down one podcast. To your point, when you're talking about, ain't these guys already rich? These guys got money, and people be like, I mean, I'm not pocket watching, but bro, stop putting bulletin board material out there, because I guarantee you everybody in our division is listening at, and they're going to put it up in the locker room.
Look at these guys yapping.
Yapping. Soft.
Definitely soft. But hopefully we have a change this year with Big D Allen and Coach BJ, Antoine Randall.
And that D tackle we picked up. That D tackle, he's serious. He ain't playing.
He for real.
Yeah.
Grady. Big Grady.
BJ said the veteran left tackle is working harder than the one out of KC. That motherfucker's working harder than any offensive lineman. Yeah. That's a shame.
He was one of the top players in the NFL last year.
Yeah.
But
it's a shame.
The Chiefs have some salary cap issues. You got a $500 million quarterback, and you got this defensive lineman you got to re-sign, and this guy's he's in his 30s, so you're making business decision. But they didn't want to lose him. It was a financial thing they had to do, and luckily he came to Chicago.
And the clock is ticking on this rookie deal. Got to win on the rookie deal, because if you don't win on the rookie deal, you can never win. That is such a stupid assertion. So we went on the rookie deal, and then we're going to move off of them?
Yeah.
I get us another rookie. Yeah. It's just, I've always hated that assertion.
Oh, we could have had Sheduer here.
Yeah, on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Poor and stupid. Well, he's not poor.
But stupid.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
Mouthpiece included.
Should you find yourself smashing through Los Angeles, Main Street, this is a shithole. Look at all this graffiti all over the place. Nobody's picking up the trash. Have they ever heard of streets and sanitations? Food from the table. You kidding me? I'm not going to that table and buying nothing. Where are they washing their hands at? Oh, where's the refrigerator? Bro, and it don't even be cheap either, bro. I mean, like, and y'all charging restaurant prices, y'all got me fucked up. You got no overhead, literally, no overhead.
This is America.
You might find yourself sliding through Chi-Town. You might be, headed, was it southwest on Vincennes?
West on Vincennes, yeah. Out through Blue Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As your little Pookie and a Ray Ray pull up next to you. Smoking God knows what.
Loud pack, definitely.
Yeah.
Everybody smoked the loud pack.
Loud, yeah, everything is always loud back. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. You better. This that Cali, this that gal. Yeah, shut up. Yeah. You can't knock their hustle though. But you better watch your back. Better check your blind spot. Check that 6.
Sure.
Utilize that technology, that blind spot assist.
Boop, boop. Boop, boop.
Yeah, because the N-words and Shy and the Venezuelans out here in L.A. No insurance, no police aid, no insurance, no. Come on.
Who is this? Yeah. Yeah. Just call him. Yeah, we're not paying anything.
Oh yeah. If they answer the phone. Yeah. Fuck your insurance.
My client said it was your fault.
Yeah. But I got it on tape where he ran to me. It's all on tape.
My client said it's your fault.
My client said it's your fault.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. This is how it would be happening. All right. The same client who's had multiple accidents.
For sure.
All right. Had to put a binder with the DMV for having insurance because he's a habitual asshole. Better guard your grill. Knuckle up. Don't forget it, baby. FGB.
FGB.
Don't forget to
like, share, subscribe.
And don't forget to bring your mouthpiece.
Yeah, baby. Thanks, Karen. Shout out to Air Quotes.
First place Cubs, last place Sox.
Mouthpiece Incl.
We coming.